Hello everyone, this is Professor Robert Solis. Welcome to this video lesson. And what I'm going to do is to reproduce the chicken that we are going to be creating for our Crossy Roads game. And I gave you the dimensions of the chicken so that you can see if you want to match exactly what I'm doing. I'll leave that up to you, if you want to, be so precise as to get, the dimensions down. But ultimately, I'd like for you to, to create your own chicken, however funny, professional that might look. It doesn't matter. I just want to be able to show you how you can create some of the different assets using the MagicaVoxel software, right? So if I go back over here, MagicaVoxel, there we go. That's a great, software to be able to do that. The only thing that I would ask is that make sure it's 40 by 40 by 40. So just go ahead and type that in, 40 space 40 space 40. And, I can go ahead and save that. So if I go over here, and I'm looking down here, my eyes are down here to see which one of these, when I hover over them, I'm looking for the Save Project As. And so there it is, Save Project As. So I'll go ahead and click on that guy. And of course it locks up here. So here we go, it didn't lock up. I created a folder called Vox, and actually, you know what? I didn't like that when I dragged and dropped the folder into my applications folder. This is for a Mac, of course. On a Windows PC, it's going to be different. You're probably going to save everything in My Documents. For me, what I did was I just simply went over here to Documents, and then I created a Vox folder. So I actually typed in here, right, new folder, Vox, and then I save everything in here. Now, I've already have the chicken, but I'll say chicken white too, right? Just so that I can show you chicken white 2. And I'll go ahead and save. You can call it whatever you want. The only reason why I'm calling it that is because when I drag and drop this object into Unity in the future, I want to be able to identify what it is, okay? Another thing to note is this right here indicates where the origin is. So you'll see over here the red represents the x-axis, the y is the z-axis. So you see as I move this thing up and down, you can see down over here the coordinates. The z-axis is increasing and decreasing. And then this blue line over here, is that blue? I think it's blue. No, it's green. Green is the y-axis right here. So you'll see that only this corner right here has the 3 colors coming. If you rotate this, you won't see these 3 colored lines, right? So that's supposed to help you to indicate where the origin is. I don't think that that's important. I mean, if you're going to be doing something like this and you want the precise location and measurements, okay, then the location of the origin is important. But I just wanted to show you, that's where you're going to find this. And so in essence, this right here, here's going to be an eyeball, and here's where the beak is going to be, and here's where the, what do you call that for a chicken? The crown, all right? And then the beak over here, right? This beak right here, that's going to be on the front part over here. Okay, so in general, that's what it's going to look like. So let's see here. If I were to take a look at the front, it looks like everything is removed over here, for 8 squares. And then going down, what? How many squares do I have to go down here? Well, from here to here, I think that says 24, right? So 8 by 24. So I think what I'll do first is I'll take away 8. So let me go ahead and click Erase, and I'll click this guy over here. Box Mode, as you can see down here, when I hover on top of it, it says Box Mode. That allows me to do stuff like this, right? And then I can even get rid of, like if I did something like this, if I went over here and then down here and then down, wow, look at that. I can get rid of all that. That's kind of a cool feature. That's why I like this box mode. And so if the beak is over here and we need to get rid of this right here, 8. So let's see here. So that's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And I'm looking down at my origin, right? So as I'm doing this, let me undo. I'm keeping an eye on this, right? So again, erase. Okay, so that's going to be 1. And so you see that the x is equal to 1, 2, 3. Okay, so I don't have to count. I can just simply, go over here to 8 and then go all the way back. And let me just make sure I have 8. I accidentally moved over a little bit. Okay, so there we go. So 8, I see on the x-axis, right? I'm going to get rid of all these. Let go. All right, so now I know what that looks like in terms of, how far over I have to get rid of. And I have to do the same thing over here, 8. All right, so I'll just select this guy. And so right now that says 1, x is 1, x is 2, x is 3, so forth and so on. So I'll just go over here to 8 and go all the way over here. And let's say here, let's make sure I'm moving the x-axis over so that it's 8. There it is, let go. Okay, so I haven't gone deep enough, right? I have to go all the way down here by 24, right? So let's see here. So if I start over here, then I've already taken off 1, so it's 23 more to go, right? So look at the z-axis there. It's at 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, and then I'm just going to go over here, 8, 23. Bam, right there. Okay, good. So that's what I've got to get rid of. So what I'll do is I'll just do a trick here. I'll start over here on this corner. I'll do this, I'll do this, and then I'll go all the way over here like that. That's cool. So I like to draw the preliminary lines just to at least get me started, and then I can go from there. Once again, I need to go, this is 24 in depth. So let's see here. If I, start over here at 1, and let me go down over here. Yep, that's 24. You can see on the z-axis. So let me just undo. I just wanted to verify that. So that's going to be really 23 more, right? So I got to go over here to 23 and then go across. Okay, so let's see. Is that on the same level? Yeah, I guess that is. Okay. And so then I just got to get rid of that. So the trick that I'll use is I'll go from here and I'll go all the way back, and then I'll move forward like that. Okay, and then I'll get rid of all that. It looks pretty cool. So there's that channel carved out. There's that channel carved out. Looks like I've got to get rid of 9 over here. So let me just see here. I'll just select over here. My eyes are over here, right? So when I click and hold, you'll notice that X says 1. I need to go all the way to 9. So to 9, and now I'm going to let go. Okay, so now what I'll do is, now that I have 9, I'll just take from here and go all the way back. So, and if I go too much over here, you can see from down here, I can tell that I've gone too far over, or, I have gone enough here. So I'll just do something like that here. I'll just get rid of the first layer. I'm not really concerned yet about the depth. I'm more concerned about the 9. So I'll start over here and then move this, and you see my eyes are down here. Right, I'm looking for the x-axis. I'm looking for 9. Okay, let go. All right, so then I'm going to take this guy over here and then just get rid of everything else. Looks like I need to get rid of that one right there. So I'll just get rid of that one right there. Boom. Oops, get rid of that one right there. So I'll just click. Okay, good. In terms of the depth, it looks like it's 4. Okay, 1 has already been taken away. So what I'll do is I'll start over here. 2, 3, 4, I'll go over here and stop. Okay, so that kind of gives me a reference of what it is that I need to remove. So I can do this. I can start from back here, and I can just get rid of all the other stuff here, and boom, there we go. All right, that's supposed to be 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and then I'll go all the way over, stop. Okay. And now that I know what I need to get rid of, I can just simply start from back here. And let's get rid of, I went one too far deep there. There we go. Okay, good. All right, so that's going to eventually help me out with the crown. And then let's go ahead and take care of the bottom part of the wing here. It looks like over here, well, I mean, if this is 8, then this has to be 8, right? And it looks like the height is 11 from the ground up. That's 11. So maybe I should just go up 11, right? So I'll go from here up 11, and I'm looking, down here, and it looks like since I'm moving in the z-axis, I want z equal to 11. And that's going to be right there. Right there is 11, okay? And then, so I have to, since this is 8th right here, so then that means that this has to be 8. So I'll move this over 8. So that's 1. I'll start from here, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, or I could have just used the x-axis right there. Okay, so now I know what I need to, get rid of. I need to get rid of all that stuff over there. So let's see here. I think what I'll do is I can start like this. I can start right here. right there where I dug that out. I can go down, over, and then back. Down. Okay, good. And looks like I missed that first layer right there, so I'll just reselect, get rid of that. All right, cool. All right, so that's how I can do this step by step. Now, I'm going to have you undo all of that stuff because there's something else that I want to mention to you that it would be much more efficient. So Control Z, Control Z, Control Z, Control Z, and, or how about this? How about I just fill, right? So full. And we're starting all over again. No, Professor Solis, why are you doing that? Because I want to show you this tool over here. These are the mirroring tools. And if I click, let me just, I'm just going to randomly show you what's going on here. So I'm going to click on the x-axis and notice that whatever I do over on one side, it's repeated on the other. So if I did something like this and like this and like that, see how it's repeated over here? Isn't that nice? If I were to get rid of, say from over here, and then I go over, and then I go back. So whatever is applied on the left-hand side for me, it's applied to the right-hand side. In other words, it's mirroring the behavior on the x-axis. And, I was doing work over here, but, the same thing applies with work over here. Like if I did this and went down, you can see the effect is from the right-hand side where I was drawing, it's applied to the left-hand side. Okay. All right, so let's try that. So over here, I'm going to move over 8. And I want to come down, it looks like 24. Okay, so 8. So I'll move over here. My eyes are down here, looking at the x-axis for 8. There it is. And then I want to come down where the z-axis is 24. So I want 824. There it is. Let go. And you see that it applied it over here. Now I can just simply take this guy over here, and I can go like this, and all the way back, and I can go all the way up. Nice. And now that has applied, or it's mirrored the effect on the right-hand side. And this part over here, well, we know that that's a height of 11. And that's, a width of here, since this is 8 from here to here, then this also has to be 8. So I have to go 11 up and 8 over. Okay, so from here, I'll go 11 up, and my eyes are over here, looking at the z-axis. Okay, so I have to go to 11. And then I have to go 8 in. So 8 in, and I want 11. I'm going to let go. And so now that I have that point, now I can just simply go from here and across and back. Boom. It takes care of that. So we just emptied out this channel right here. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and empty out this entire bottom channel, and then I'll add the legs. I'll show you how to do that later. Let's see here. What is this height right here? It looks like that's 7. So I basically need to take out the first 7 boxes. So I guess I can just start over here. My eyes are going to be over here on the z-axis, and I'll move up 7. And that's right there, z-axis 7. And then I'll just go across, and let me just make sure that the z-axis is 7. Yes, it is. Let go. Okay, so now I can just simply take the rest and get rid of it. So I'll just go down and, let me see here. Can I go back and in? No, let me undo. I didn't really do a good job of that. See, I want to get rid of everything back here, but maybe what I'll do is I'll just take this guy right here, and I'll just go over back here like this, which then allows me to select this back square right here. I'll come forward like this and go all the way down. Good. And then I can just simply get rid of that. That's what the whole goal was just to get rid of, the bottom part right here, the first 7 squares. All right, so now I've got this. I think the last part is this crest right here. It looks like the depth right here is 3, right? And this is 9. So I guess I'll just start over here, and I'll go down 3, 1, 2, 3. I can see that on the z-axis down here. And 1, 2, 3, and then I'll go in 9, and I'm looking at the x-axis. And that is 9 right there. Okay, so now I just need to get rid of that. So I guess what I'll do is I'll just start over here, and then I'll get rid of all this stuff like that. All right, looks like I've got the crest. We're looking good. Now, if I wanted to color right now, I'm jumping ahead a little bit, but I'm really excited about this. I want it to look as much as possible as this chicken as quickly as possible. So what I could do is I could select paint, and then I'll select one of these red paint chips. I don't remember which one I used. Let me just try this one right here. And again, with this box selected and with the mirror feature, it's going to make it really nice because I can just simply, I'll take this guy over here, and I'll go down one, and I'll go across. Good. And then I need to get this back part right here. So I can just click, and boom. All right. That was pretty quick. Nice. I think everything is finished. Now, of course, I still have to, work on the beak, and I don't know how far in, like, let me show you from this perspective. I don't know how far in that is from this perspective. That's where I need this perspective. But I think what I could do is I could take off at least one layer and, just keep so that I have an idea of, how the beak is going to stick out and then how far deep it is. We'll figure that out later. So it looks like I definitely have to come down 7 here from this part right here. So I'll go back to erase, and I'm clicking, holding down the mouse. I'm looking over here at the origin, and I want to go down 7. So let's go down 7. And then I want to go across. Let me just look over here, make sure it's 7. Yes, it is. Okay, so that takes care of this. This is going to be 8. So I just simply, I'll start over here because I don't want to dig out from here. I just want to cut out one layer. So I'll go over here, and that's 8, and then I'll come all the way down. Before I let go of the mouse, let me make sure that x-axis is 8. Yes, it is. That takes care of that. And then we'll take care of the bottom part right here, right? We're going to shave all this off. It looks like that's 13. So I can just start from the bottom over here and go up 13. I'm looking at the z-axis. There's 13. And then just go across. Okay, so we know that this is the beak right here. And, we're going to be going back and carving out however much we need. And in fact, we're going to be doing that when we take a look at this cutout right here to help us out with that. Okay, but that's enough for this video lesson, and we'll come back. We'll finish up the rest. So this is Professor Robert Solis. I hope this video lesson was helpful. Have a good day. See you next time.